It's so nice to talk to you again, Veronica. We spoke on Jungle Cruise.
Yes, we did. Hi, how are you, Manny? Nice to see you
Really,
again.
yeah, likewise. Congratulations on this role in Imaginary. Very pivotal character because I can't say much about it, which is kind of annoying, but I get it. We want everybody to enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit about your role, basic character role, and then we'll get into it a little bit.
Yeah, well, I play Doctora Lana Soto. She is a therapist. She specializes in children's therapy. She's been the doctor of Alice, the character played beautifully by Pyper Braun. And, she's the woman of science. She's the voice of reason. She is the one that tries to understand the inexplicable, and I think it's very important to have Latino actors, female actors playing roles like this, which is not stereotype. It's a woman that uses her intellect, it's a woman that is successful on her own right and stands on her own, and it's a doctor. So that was part of the attraction to this character.
Yeah, it's very different from one of the other characters that we see. I forget the elderly lady's name who comes in and really explains certain of the things that are going on. You're really the voice of reason. You're really the outside perspective that is putting lighting a light or a spotlight on reality to say. So yeah, you're right in that sense. It's great. You did mention one thing I wanted to touch upon, which is one of your scenes is really a very intimate scene with Piper's character with Alice. Tell me what that was like working with her and kind of filming that scene. Is very intense.
Yeah, it's a very intense scene, especially for her. The dramatic arch in that scene is very demanding of any actor. And I think, well, she was an absolute trooper and a total pro, so that helps a lot because you're dealing with someone that, as little as she is, she really loves being an actor and she really prepared and she was ready for it. And then my job is really to support her and to listen to her and to contain her, which is also kind of like what my character is doing. So what I try to do is just try to connect with Piper, when we were like waiting to go on set. So we would be laughing and she's adorable. She's like the sweetest kid. And her mother was there and they were just very lovely and very open. And it was just beautiful to see her yesterday in the premiere, all dressed up, looking beautiful. And she did a great job. I think they all did, all the kids in the movie. And that has to do also with Jeff, he knows how to direct kids as well.
Yeah, it has a lot of moments really where it leaves you in suspense, and I think with the scenes that you're in specifically, we're also learning along with the characters
Yeah.
because through your questioning and through your conversations, we're finding out a lot of different things, which is great. When preparing for scenes like that, as far as an actress goes, how do you level your emotions? Because especially you have a scene just further up ahead with Jessica with DeWanda,
Mhm.
and you're kind of escalating because of what you're finding out, you're back and forth. How do you manage your emotions and get into that
I
mindset?
think it always all comes from the script, right? The script is constructed in a certain way, and if it's well constructed, that makes your job way easier. And of course, you're relying on a director that knows what he's doing. In this case, Jeff knew exactly the kind of movie he was doing. He's a director, he's a co-writer, he's a producer. So he was very clear about what he needed for his film. And then the Wanda, was incredibly generous as an actor. So in terms of all that is already there for you to work with. And then you just have to prep. And for me, it really is about preparing very much before I get on set. So when I'm on set, I just can enjoy it and I can just let go and see what happens and be very present and listen. I know you keep hearing from actors, you have to be very present and listen. And it seems very easy, but that's really one of the hardest things to do as an actor. To be relaxed, present, and listening, like really doing those three well, requires a lot of of training and experience. But at the end of the day, you know, you're not doing this alone. It really comes from a script, and it is a family of actors and crew members and producer, and everybody's working towards getting a product that the audience will enjoy. And I think we kind of hit it out of the park with this one. I mean, they certainly Jeff did, because the audience was having a blast yesterday, and that's what matters, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, it's an escapism. It's a couple of hours of entertainment, and you know, jump out of your seats every now and then, be twisted and turned, and you play a big part in that. I gotta ask you before I let you go. Being that, I mean, the theme is imaginary friends. How do you feel about imaginary friends? Did you have one growing up?
Yeah, I was telling somebody else that asked me the same question. I think I had a bunch of them. You know, I was a kid with a very vivid imagination, so I had like these teddy bears that I used to collect, and I also had like these little fairy dolls that I thought would talk to me. But I think those were kids that you know, you kids do as you're playing and trying to understand the world around you and express yourself. I obviously don't have any more imaginary friends anymore. I'm a full-grown adult, but I did when I was a child, probably yes.
Too many people to talk to nowadays.
Exactly.
Veronica, well, I'm glad you're talking to me. I am fully here, not imaginary.
Exactly.
So thank you for your time. It's great to catch up with you again, and hopefully we'll talk again soon on a future project.
Hopefully. Thank you so much, Manny, for the interview.
Thanks.
Have a
Take
nice
care.
day.